From centre's nod to the One Nation, One Election recommendations to Congress's action against the death threat to Rahul Gandhi, and what's the update on Mpox in India? Let's get you all the big stories of the day in this news wrap. Hi, I'm Charulata Biswas and you're watching the Indian Express. Let's get you started. The Union Cabinet on Wednesday has cleared the proposal to hold simultaneous elections in India as recommended by a high-level committee headed by former President Ramnath Kovind. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday hailed the Cabinet's decision and Ramnath Kovind's efforts on One Nation, One Election. Prime Minister Modi wrote on X, and I quote, "I compliment our former President Ramnath Kovind ji for spearheading this effort and consulting a wide range of stakeholders. This is an important step towards making our democracy even more vibrant and participative." Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw in a press conference explained the details of One Nation, One Election. Listen in.
आज यूनियन कैबिनेट में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने एनडीए की सरकार ने वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन में जो हाई लेवल कमेटी की रिकमेंडेशंस थी उसको एक्सेप्ट किया है। इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन 2 फेजेस में होगा जैसा कि कमेटी के रिकमेंडेशंस में है। There is a widespread support for simultaneous elections in the country. इसीलिए एनडीए सरकार की कैबिनेट ने आज सर्वसम्मति से इन रिकमेंडेशंस को एक्सेप्ट किया और इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन 2 फेजेस में होगा जैसा कि कमेटी के रिकमेंडेशंस में है। फर्स्ट फेज में लोकसभा और असेंबलीज के इलेक्शंस को साइमल्टेनियस कराने का प्रयास होगा और उसके सेकंड फेज में लोकल बॉडी इलेक्शन से जो है ग्राम पंचायत, जिला पंचायत, ब्लॉक में पंचायत समिति और जितने भी अर्बन लोकल बॉडीज हैं, चाहे म्यूनिसिपैलिटीज हो, चाहे म्यूनिसिपल कमिटीज हो, चाहे म्यूनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन हो, उन सब के लोकल बॉडी इलेक्शंस को विद इन 100 डेज ऑफ जनरल इलेक्शंस में करवाना, जिससे कि एक बार में सारे इलेक्शन का प्रोसेस कंप्लीट हो और फिर 5 साल तक सबके सब मेहनत करके देश के निर्माण में लगे।
15 opposition parties spearheaded by the Congress have opposed the One Nation, One Election proposal, which was green-lighted by the Union Cabinet today. The proposal, part of the report of a panel headed by former President Ramnath Kovind, has been adopted. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw told the media after the cabinet meeting. The Congress has said the plan is not pragmatic or practical. Party Chief Mallikarjun Kharge has called it an attempt to divert the attention of the public.
देखो, हम वहाँ बोले हैं, फिर और बोलना की जरूरत नहीं। हम तो उसको नहीं मानते। ये नहीं चलने वाला है डेमोक्रेसी में। ये डेमोक्रेसी को टिकाना है तो जब जब चाहिए तब इलेक्शन करना पड़ेगा।
ये देखिए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो है ना, आप एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की जो स्कीम है, आप ये नहीं बोल सकते नहीं पैसे बचाने का। पैसे बचाना तो फिर कल कोई उठ के बोलेगा पुलिस को बंद कर दो, आईपीएस को, कोई बोलेगा कोर्ट में इतना पेंडिंग है। कन्वीनियंस के ऊपर ये सब नहीं करेंगे ना। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन चलेगा तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रिंसिपल्स के ऊपर चलेगा। तो बेसिकली नरेंद्र मोदी सिर्फ, क्योंकि बीजेपी की आइडियोलॉजी आरएसएस हमेशा ही रही है कि वो रीजनल पार्टीज को नहीं चाहते, इसीलिए वन नेशन वन इलेक्शन का एक मार रहे हैं तुग्गा। हम तो इसकी मुखालिफत किए हैं और मुखालिफत करेंगे, अपोज करेंगे।
Congress leader Ajay Maken filed a police complaint on Wednesday against Union Minister Ravneet Singh Bittu for allegedly calling leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi a number 1 terrorist of the country. Congress units across the country held protests against the BJP over the same issue.
स्वर्गीय इंदिरा गांधी जी ने अपनी छाती पे 34 गोलियां खाई थी और शहीद हुई। हम सब लोग जानते हैं कि राहुल गांधी जी के पिता, जिन्होंने शांति वार्ता शुरुआत करी, इस वजह से उनके जिस्म के चीथड़े उड़ा दिए गए। आप उस व्यक्ति को, जिसके परिवार में, जिसके पिता ने, जिसकी दादी ने शहादत देश के लिए दी, आप उनके बारे में ऐसा कहते हो कि आप संभल जाओ, आप बोलो मत कुछ भी, नहीं तो आपका भी वही हाल होगा जो आपकी दादी का हुआ है। भारत के अंदर राजनीति इससे ज्यादा निचले स्तर पे नहीं गिर सकती। चलिए, एक व्यक्ति ने कह दिया, हो सकता है उसके अपने निजी विचार हो सकता है कि वो अपने आकाओं को खुश करना चाह रहा हो। लेकिन ना तो उसके आकाओं ने, ना भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेताओं ने उसको चुप कराने की कोशिश करी, ना उसकी भर्त्सना करी। उसके 2-3 दिन के बाद में भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ही सहयोगी दल ने, उसके एक नेता ने, विधायक ने ये कह दिया कि राहुल गांधी जी की जो जुबान काट करके लाएगा उसको 11 लाख रुपए मिलेंगे। क्या ये राजनीति है?
Now, news coming in from West Bengal, junior doctors once again have mailed to the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee for a meeting. And in the mail, doctors have asked Mamata to discuss the unresolved demands including hospital security and the resignation of the Health Secretary. Meanwhile, TMC MP Abhishek Banerjee requested the doctors to call off their strike.
Junior doctors in West Bengal have requested another meeting with the state government over unresolved demands, including hospital security and the resignation of the state health secretary. After the last meeting on Tuesday, junior doctors sent a fresh letter to Chief Secretary Manoj Pant requesting another discussion. The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front announced they will continue their strike until all demands are met. Following Tuesday's meeting, the West Bengal government removed and transferred Kolkata Police Commissioner Vineet Goyal, the Deputy Commissioner of Police North Division, the Director of Medical Education, and the Director of Health Services. The doctors described these changes as a partial victory. In their letter, junior doctors reiterated unresolved key points, particularly those related to healthcare system development, safety, and security. They requested a meeting with the Chief Secretary and a new task force to address these issues. The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front decided to continue their strike after a general body meeting with medical colleges. Despite Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's claim of accepting 99% of their demands, the doctors assert that the government's actions were due to protests and not their age. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has urged doctors to resume duties due to strains on the state's medical infrastructure. The junior doctors had also demanded the removal of State Health Secretary N.S. Nigam with assurances given that all their demands would be met.
A case of Mpox has been confirmed in Malappuram district in Kerala on Wednesday. A 38-year-old man from Uthai in Eddavana was admitted to Manjari Medical College. This is the second case in India and the first case was reported in Delhi on September 9th.
A 38-year-old man who landed in Kerala last week from the UAE was on Wednesday diagnosed with Mpox, an infectious disease caused by the monkeypox virus MPXV. The youth was admitted to the Government Medical College Hospital in Malappuram's Manjari on Monday after he developed symptoms of the disease. Kerala Health Minister Veena George on Wednesday said the samples collected from him were tested at the virology lab at Government Medical College Hospital in Kozhikode. She urged that all those who return from abroad seek treatment if they develop Mpox symptoms. Isolation wards have been made ready at 14 hospitals in Kerala, including medical colleges, to tackle any escalation in the situation. The youth had reached home at Uthai village in Malappuram last week. After he developed symptoms, he initially went into self-quarantine at home and stopped interacting with anyone. Last week, a patient with suspected Mpox symptoms had been admitted to Delhi's Safdarjung Hospital. Mpox was declared a public health emergency of international concern, the highest level of alert by the World Health Organization last month. After the WHO alert, experts assessed the risk of the infection in India and said that there was a possibility of a few imported cases, but the threat of a larger outbreak with sustained transmission was low.
Now, news from the poll-bound Jammu and Kashmir and Haryana. Jammu Kashmir voted in its first phase after a decade an abrogation of Article 370. Over 58% voter turnout was reported till 6 p.m. 24 seats out of the 90 went for polls. And in the Haryana political landscape, the Congress party today released its manifesto promising 300 units of free electricity and caste census in the state. That's all for today, but leaving you with visuals from Nilgiris in Tamil Nadu, where the Nilakurinji flowers, which bloom once every 12 years, are in full display.